Hi, it's Leadership Wednesdays with Allison. And for those of you that don't know me or don't know me well, my name is Alison Nail-Malone of Malone Consultants Group, where leadership is thought about differently, done differently, so that we can be leaders that do things differently. So I really want to talk about today in our discussion this idea of what it means to be an agile leader. One of the things that I've discovered as I have done advising and coaching executives and leaders is being an agile leader is very similar in the framework where someone tells you to be a more strategic thinker. It can be a very ambiguous definition, and from person to person, from company to company, from team to team, that idea or definition of agility and sustainability can be very different. So I want us to talk a little bit about a few things to consider as you think about how can I become a more agile leader, or I'm already pretty agile, I just kind of want to strengthen that muscle. Now, a lot of people equate the term or the definition of agility as I need to be more flexible when times and things change, or I need to make decisions quickly. That is a component of it, but there's quite a bit more. So there is a study done by the I can never say that word right, Economist Intelligence Unit that did this study on growing global talent. And they identified 3 top leadership qualities that are imperative for departments, teams, and companies to be sustainable. And I've actually seen a lot of leadership development programs and coaching can be centered around these 3 components. Number 1 is the ability to motivate staff, the ability to work across culturally as well as cross-generationally, from audiences to customers, consumers, and your employees, as well as the ability to truly facilitate change. Do you know what the last 2 least important things were? It's that technical expertise. It's not that you don't need to do it. And number 2 is bringing in the numbers. We know we got to bring in the numbers in order to have a company, but what good does it do if you can't truly be authentic and motivate your employees, as well as being able to function and lead across multiple cultures and multiple generations, as well as the ability to truly facilitate change. As a leader, it is crucial to make a concerted effort to really understand these differences, to have that adaptability. And as a leader, it's important to have this willingness to really get outside of your comfort zone and learn continuously as a way of adapting to changed surroundings. This is what really marks the difference between successful and unsuccessful leaders. So I'm sure you've probably either heard a leader, or maybe you as a leader have had this kind of mental script that may also result in stubbornly kind of clinging to the notion this is the way we've always done it. This is the way it's always been done. Why do we need to change it? And really refusing to understand and accept the realities of a new situation, of a new way of doing work. And so this is kind of the antithesis of being adaptable and being flexible under influence, especially when we're talking about rapidly changing external conditions. So here are a few considerations as you think about developing or enhancing your leadership agility muscle. Number 1, when you catch yourself shooting an idea down, take a moment to consider what mental scripts are influencing your behavior. Mental scripts can be so automatic that you have to decide intentionally that you want to challenge them, especially if you want to improve your leadership. Number 2, help your people distinguish between observation and inference and between fact and conjecture. Inference and conjecture can be influenced by mental scripts, and this is our own mental scripts. It could be even the company's cultural mental scripts, which really sometimes just doesn't have bearing on reality. You need to be the voice in a room that calls others' attentions to this possibility and really help pause everyone so that they can analyze their inferences and conjectures that may or may not be valid. Number 3, Do you habitually insist on going by the book? Now, I will tell you that I have a natural propensity to like the framework, but rail against the framework. So you need to ask yourself, is this necessary for every issue? Might you enhance your team's productivity if you paid more attention to the effect that this might have on the people involved? What would happen if you applied standard procedures that had more flexibility? Number 4, consider then when we push the envelope and when we intentionally put ourselves in situations that are outside our comfort zones, we actually grow. So are you trading on your old knowledge? Do you need to update your own skills? Are you relying too much on your title as a sign of authority and influence? In today's working environment, surrounded by highly intelligent and specialized knowledge workers, it's just not working any longer. We need to adapt by continually evolving and reinventing ourselves. What are the ways that you are continuously seeking opportunities to stretch and grow yourself, to enhance and strengthen muscle that you already have, and add additional things into your leadership toolkit? And last but not least, when we are in a position for a length of time, we may tend to become accustomed to the status quo and fail to challenge the process in order to continue to grow and improve. So here's the last question I want you to ask yourself. If you left tomorrow, either your business, the organization, your team, what do you think your successor would do to improve things? List at least 3 things and consider making these changes yourself. If you'd like to continue the conversation, create some comments below or reach out to me directly. I've been having some great conversations with you in the DMs, so feel free to do that as well. I look forward to continuing this conversation with you. And in next Wednesday's Leadership Wednesday, I can't tell you what I'm being involved in today, but I'll tell you next week what it is and some learnings behind that. Have an amazing week, and I'll connect with you soon.